Well, on behalf of the WDDC, we want to welcome you today to the Innovation Center, part of the Design and Resource Center of the Downtown Development Corporation. This is a community asset, and we're really thankful for you being here today. It's a great partnership to make this happen. We're going to hear from some really great people that's helped make this come to fruition. What you'll see on the walls around you are a lot of projects that are ongoing right now. On the screens are a number of things as well. So after today's comments, please stick around, enjoy yourself. We're going to be around to about 6:30, but we'd really like for you to see everything that's happening in this space. We really do appreciate you coming out today. I know that we have Councilman Meitzner here. Let's see, Councilman, there he is, right over here. Thank you, sir, for being here, and certainly have the Vice Mayor is getting ready to say a few words in a moment. Thank you for being here today as well. And so what I'd like to do at this moment, WDDC board members, I know we have quite a few. If you could raise your hand, I know they're scattered throughout the room. This is our board of directors, and we appreciate you being here today, and again, for your continued support and commitment to building a vibrant downtown. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing our Vice Chair, Mr. Tom Docking. Tom has served on the WDDC board for a number of years. He's very committed to downtown and moving us forward. So, Tom, at this time, if you'd come forward. Thank you, sir.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Thank you all. I don't have prepared remarks. This is just an informal kind of deal. I'm the Vice Chairman of the board this year. So I'm subbing for Dick Honeyman, who is this year's chairman, who's off on business today, but I bring greetings from him as well. It's quite an auspicious occasion here. It was politely suggested that we keep our remarks brief, which I hope to do, but I do want to offer just a quick comment or two about this occasion, and that is that in the years since I've begun serving on the board, and have begun going on the city-to-city trips, beginning for me with Chattanooga 2 years ago, and then Louisville, Kentucky last year. In Chattanooga, we experienced a location and a theme much like what we have here with the Innovation Center. So we didn't actually come up with this idea on our own. We borrowed some of the ideas that we found when we went out in the country. And when we go to Pittsburgh next month, we hope to see other examples of things that we might be able to adapt to our Wichita and South Central Kansas objectives. Thus, it is borrowing good ideas, creative approaches to financing, which in our era is increasingly a difficult problem. We don't find ourselves looking to the state for much by way of financial resources in these very tight fiscal days, and so we work with the city of Wichita and Sedgwick County as much as we possibly can, and we think it has been a very proactive relationship with both of those entities. We use funds that we generate ourselves from the SMID taxing district, and I'm happy to say that we reach out to private foundations, much like the Knight Foundation, which is here today, and I think we'll be hearing more about that, but that's a very important component to our future mission and our ability to leverage other projects as we move forward. Anyway, this is a very happy day. It's a very good turnout. Pleased to see you all here and hope you enjoyed as much as we do. Thank you very much.
Next, we're going to hear from our Vice Mayor, Levanta Williams. And Levanta is an ex officio member on our board. And Levanta has been, in the 3 years that I've had the fortune of being in this community, so supportive of our downtown. She understands the importance to this city, to not only the area that surrounds it, but also to the region. And so at this time, Levanta, we're pleased to have you come forward and give us a few remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, first of all, let me say that we must be making progress if every time we have a gathering of this nature with Jeff Fleur here, we are progressing our downtown. So thank you, Jeff, for the things that you are doing. And thank all of you for being here. It's an honor to be here this afternoon with you because this is a great day for Wichita. Today we are celebrating the community's vision with the opening of this new space. Throughout the Project Downtown process, the community spoke and we listened. And that's the most important thing that we can do as a community, is listen to each other and then move forward. So on behalf of the City of Wichita, I would like to congratulate the board and staff here at WDDC on this beautiful new addition to the downtown Wichita and for continuing to work to make the community's vision a reality. It's exciting to see this space developed into what is now being called a community living room, a place where a conversation can happen, where designs can be created, and where people can be mobilized to make a difference in our community. It's wonderful, wonderful to add this to our growing list of new projects and downtown developments in downtown Wichita, from the improvements that we have along the Arkansas River, to the Cargill Innovation Center and the Douglas Street Design Project, to name just a few, and we're looking forward to so many others. I'd like to add my thank you on behalf of the city to the Wichita Community Foundation and the Knight Foundation for seeing and embracing Wichita's vision for our city's center to continue to create a vibrant community. And that is what we hope to do and know that we are going to do. I'd like to thank the Downtown Development Corporation for your continued leadership and partnership in keeping the momentum going with this impressive new space, and for continuing to find ways that will move this community forward for many years to come. So I look forward to the next celebration, Jeff, which we hope will be in the next 6 months, 7 months, but whenever it happens, we know that downtown is moving. So thank you WDDC for continuing, and thank you to the foundations that have helped support this.
Thank you, Levanta, and we always like to be challenged, and so we'll get after that. You know, Tom mentioned about the city-to-city visits, and one of the things that when you go to these different cities and you're seeing a lot of development happen, when you really begin to peel away how do those projects happen, your philanthropic community usually is going to be involved in some way. And we're very fortunate that Rob Allison is president of our community foundation. He and Carol have just done a tremendous job, continue to do great work. And when Rob called and said, we have an opportunity, I said yes before we even knew what it was, because I thought this is an opportunity, again, to partner. And so, Rob, we appreciate the partnership that you have presented through the Community Foundation and the Knight Foundation today, and we'd love to hear from you. And then Rob is going to introduce Bahia. Bahia flew in from Miami. She's with the Knight Foundation. So we have a special guest here. This is all wonderful, but Bahia, we're so glad you were here. And so, Rob, at this time, if you'd come forward, sir. Thank you. Welcome, Rob.
Well, one of the things that we know we have a lot of is energy in this room, and we all know who that is. So, on behalf of the Wichita Community Foundation, I'd like to add to the list our congratulations to this wonderful event in this wonderful place in Wichita. And I want to congratulate the WDDC and everybody that was involved with opening this building. We're proud as a community foundation to be a part of the partnerships. I think that was really a key word in what our community foundation really likes to do. We like to bring people together, or when people come together, we like to be a part of that. And I think that when we first heard of this, it was a wonderful concept. And I had not been on the city-to-city tour, but I will be going this year. And so I really didn't know what it meant, but it went from a wonderful concept to an exciting reality that we have today. And I think the most important part is it's the potential that Levanta was talking about, that it continues to shape and improve our community, and it's going to be here for many years to come. It's been impressive, as I said, about the partnership, the organizations that have come together, and all the individuals that have come together, not only for this side of the building, but the other side also. And I think it's important to note where it all started was the Project Downtown Master Plan. And that's another thing that I look back and after seeing this, and I think, really, gosh, that really started all of the stuff that's going on right now. At the foundation, we talk a lot about outcomes, and we talk a lot about results and impact, because that's what our donors want us to do. And as I look around the room here, that we really, and hearing all the accomplishments that the Vice Mayor and others have referenced, I'm really taken by the success that we've already had in downtown Wichita. I mean, it's not like this is new. The downtown is really it has really been changing, and so it's really positive. Now that the new space is up and running, we're looking forward to see how it brings people into this building. And I think more important, we're really interested in hearing the new voices that this space is going to create. I'd also like to thank the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, and especially Bahia Ramos Sanat, for representing them here today. The Knight Foundation partnership, it will make a difference in shaping the community through conversations and collaborations. And once again, I want to thank Bahia because of the vision and support. I remember when Carol was talking to her on the phone, and we were shooting out the concept, and believe me, this is a true story. She said, "That's what I want to hear." And so I think that's really important for Bahia. She really stepped up when the community needed it, and Carol, I can't say enough about her bringing the people together for this. I also want to congratulate Tom and the board and Jeff and everyone, the staff of WDDC, for asking us to be a part of this. And I also want to ask you to please continue your good work with this great project. Now, I would like to introduce Bahia Ramos Sanat, John S. and James L. Foundation, Director of Community Foundations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's such a privilege to be at such an auspicious event. It's one thing to read about the concept on paper and kind of talk to Rob and Carol about it, but to walk within the space and kind of feel its potential just brings another level of energy and enthusiasm that I feel about the project. So I'm very happy to be here. And I want to talk a little bit about today about why Knight Foundation is interested in the Innovation Center and why we think it has great potential for this community. And I want to do that by telling a little bit of a story first. Stephen Johnson, an author, recently wrote a book on the history of great ideas and how they come about. The book's called Where Good Ideas Come From. What he discovered was really interesting. We as a society have developed a vocabulary for where great ideas come from. We often describe them as a flash of insight, a eureka moment, or an epiphany. But these words position ideas as a singular moment that more or less happen in a vacuum. What Johnson found was actually quite the opposite. Great ideas rarely develop in a vacuum, or even in an instant. They are slow hunches, developed over time, and are very much a product of people's interactions and networks. That is, be interacting with the people you know on any given day, whether at school or work or in your congregation. Johnson used the Enlightenment as an example, finding that the biggest breeding ground for ideas during that time period was actually the coffee shop. It was a new invention in 17th century England, and it was a space where people came together. They talked about the issues of the day, they bounced ideas off each other, and they spread them to their friends and larger networks. And this is his argument. The idea is the product of a very loose and what he calls liquid network. Now, Knight Foundation's mission is to promote informed and engaged communities. And these types of serendipitous spaces that strengthen people's personal networks are key to building engaged and resilient communities. We believe that if you can create environments that empower the community to act, the results can be impressive and long-lasting. For us, that's what this center represents. A place where the people of Wichita can come together to address the opportunities and issues facing your community and work together towards a solution. In our recent Connected Citizens report, we looked at 70 experiments to investigate the patterns of how engaged communities happen. And again, the same themes came up: serendipity, networks. At Knight, we see networks as a loose group of individuals co-producing information, knowledge, and action, integrating online and offline strategies. We all know that in the world of ever-changing technology, we can't forget the power of human interaction and how that helps to bridge difference across communities. Every community needs a space where this can all happen, a space that is easy to enter, a space that builds trust among people through constant interaction, and a space for shared leadership. So we've looked to communities in their need to develop those networks and the spaces to create ideas for their future. We are intentional in our focus to support a community's effort to build connections among its residents and fund ideas that are generated from your voice. Appropriately enough, the Innovation Center was born from the People's Plan Project Downtown. It is the result of an open process in which residents came together to transform their community. I applaud Jeff and his board in their work with the Wichita Downtown Development Corporation to create an environment in which meaningful connections are made that lead to exchanges and collaborations benefiting the community. In the end, more people will be involved to do the things that are important to them. Transformative ideas require thinking outside the realm of possibility and experimentation, and the Innovation Center provides an environment for that practice to grow and become something larger in the end. What may be a seed of an idea now can create great change going forward. Now, what Rob said is true. When he and Carol came to me about this project, their excitement about it was infectious. Its connection to our mission, its evolution as a project from the citizen voice, its potential as an environment of change, its use of technology, and the steadfast commitment of its partners and investors. Everything connected and resonated for me. The Wichita Community Foundation has been a long-standing partner for us and for this project, and I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge their leadership and vision. We continue to look to their partnership to help build our awareness and understanding of the diverse perspectives of our Knight communities. So let's take it back to Johnson a little bit. True innovation takes time. Like Johnson said, big ideas are often small hunches over time. I would encourage you all to use this space for what it's about, to think outside of the box in ways it may be used. Understand that innovation comes out of the sharing of new ideas and connections for communities. This center is a platform for engagement and innovation, and will occur from the new innovation will occur from the new relationships created and deepening of the existing ones. We're committed to supporting that, to seeing that through with you, the People's Plan. I eagerly wait the results of what happens. Thank you very much.
Well, Bahia, thank you so much for coming in, for challenging us to think outside the box. As I told the Vice Mayor, this is a community that likes challenges. You know, one of the things that kind of resonates in the back of my mind is Daniel Burnham saying, make no little plans, for they have no magic to stir men's blood. This community thinks big. And I think that we have a lot of things that will be coming forth as we move forward. As we wrap up, I do want to recognize our staff. They have been working around, sometimes up until midnight, trying to get some of this stuff put together so you could be here today. I don't know where everybody is, but I know Ann Kiefer is around, Nancy, we've got Jason and Tanner. All these folks work diligently so that we can have this space available today, so I want to thank them for that. We really do appreciate your partnership. We cannot do it by ourselves. When I say that, I mean the Chamber will say the same thing. I know Susie's right there smiling. Visioneering cannot do all it can do unless we all partner together. The Orpheum, we have all these great projects that are Dennis with the Y. All these things require us to come together and really pull to make a great city. This is a city of national distinction, and that's what we're going for. And so, again, we appreciate you being here today. Use this space. If you're talking to someone about investing in downtown Wichita and they need to hear the story, come in. We'll tell the story. But again, we appreciate your opportunity to be here today. Enjoy the food and stick around. We're going to be here till about 6:30 tonight. So thanks. And Final Friday's tonight, so get out into the galleries. All that, Blacktop National, all this is going on tonight. So thanks for coming this afternoon. Bye-bye.